Alright. Hello, and welcome to another session of Beyond Bide Alternative. We are running a decent bit late today. Apologies for that. We're about 40 minutes or so late. Let me quickly hop on in there. I suspect that Locust is currently waiting for us to get in there, so I'm going to very quickly rush my way right into session. I think we are looking good. Everything's looking nice and stable. Test. Hello. We need to get over to the corporate docks as soon as we can. Real quick. Just gonna nice foot tracker a little bit. There we go. Oh, almost. Oh, I'm hearing wands going off. That don't sound good. Oh dear. Let me grab a little drink of water here.
I just got murdered in the sewers.
Nice.
Perfect timing, dude, because my battery's about to die.
There we go. One last quick calibration. Now we should be good to go. Alright. Let's quickly get ourselves in there. My cable here. My arm's getting a little tangled, but should be fine. Alright. Corp docks. Alright. Noticing that whenever I kick on stream recently, that's been chugging a bit, so I might need to look at some of those settings afterward and see if I can lighten things up a bit on the strain on the PC. But we shall see. First things first, let's sign in. This is Welby Sloan signing in. I'm on my way to the clinic.
Make it fast, Mr. Sloan.
Understood. He sounds angry, as he rightfully should be after what befell on his secret black site. Just to quickly untangling myself a little bit here. Alright. Welby Sloan. We need to hit that nice deep register. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There goes Roland. Oh, goodness. I'm hoping that that's the first time load in for everything. It is chugging at the moment. Gentlemen, door if you would.
Hofstein's waiting inside.
Very good.
Right this way, if you please. Dr. Hofstein, Dr. Sloan.
Good day.
Mr. Sloan, would you please take Odalia and Winter upstairs with you? Jenkins, remain by the door outside and alert any of the others that the clinic will be closed for the next few minutes.
Understood, sir.
Very well. Right this way.
The door is out here, Jenkins. There you are. In all my days, where do we keep hiring these?
Why is he so irritated? Do either of you know?
That is a good question.
I have a suspicion. I'll have to see if he affirms it. Yes, of course.
Oh dear, oh dear. We have one very upset doctor.
Sir. Good. Stand at the door and stay ready. I'm not happy, Mr. Sloan. Not happy. Do you know why?
I'm afraid that I'm unsure, sir.
It is exactly that reason as to why I am as furious as I am. For you see, Mr. Sloan, is it not your station to be head of security for the Avalon Center here on Row 32 in Hellion?
Indeed it is, sir.
Is it not also your duty to inform me of when Avalon facilities are tampered or destroyed in the area, Mr. Sloan?
I'm not sure to what you might be referring.
An off-site facility of mine, belonging still under the name, underneath the name of Avalon, was attacked and almost significantly destroyed. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this, would you?
I believe that this is the first I'm hearing, not only of this attack, but of the site's existence. Are you sure that this was something under my clearance?
I believe it should have been. And you're telling me that you did not have this clearance.
Perhaps there has been some mistake.
I suppose there has been. Regardless, however, if it was not underneath your jurisdiction, then I will have to find somebody else to put this blame on for not informing me until it was too late. An off-site facility of mine was attacked, tampered with, and I have now since lost that facility and all of its contents and research that came along with it. I hope you understand that this is not foreboding well for me and my projects.
Indeed, sir.
In the near future, I will have you be making patrols to the rest of my facilities that lie within the city walls this time. You are going to be there to make sure and upkeep the security regulations as much as I possibly asked you to. There will be no faults, there will be no slip-ups, there will be no more failure. Do I make myself clear?
Understood, sir.
Very well. In my absence, has anything else strange occurred, Mr. Sloan?
I believe unless my colleagues have something to add, I am certain that you've been notified of all strange events.
Let's say that I am playing dumb. Let's say that I am ill-informed this week. Is there anything else you would like to share with me? No matter how subtle it might be.
I believe that you should have received a report about the new ongoing contract made in the wasteland.
Yes, with the vehicles. I reviewed it this morning.
Indeed, sir. Other than that, I believe pressing issues might be that the new mayor has taken a position in Scraptown. Things in the Undercity have seemed to be fairly quiet.
And still no sight of feline. Is that correct?
Indeed, sir. My search is still ongoing.
I'm certain it is. I would hope so. She was your dear friend. I would hate for something horrible to happen to her. Again.
Indeed, sir.
Odalia. Any reports here in the road clinic or in the Undercity?
No current reports up here in the row, and the Undercity was clear from what I understand. My only issues have been out in the waste recently.
The wastes. Explain.
In the Undercity, I had found a doctor who was operating with a false license. Cassie Cross, I believe, is the name he goes by.
Mr. Cross.
Yes. I attempted to bring him in. Unfortunately, I was not aware of his capabilities the first time, so I began tracking him down. I believe I have sent reports and the footage of search and both of the attacks in both the Undercity and the Wasteland. This was stopped by Mr. Sloan, who helped stop it, as well as a Sheriff Benny, I believe is what the locals call him, who stopped it for a day and asked for 1 day given to solve it. As of currently looking at the debt amount, it went from the substantial amount to sudden payments were made. So it should be more clear, but I still find it off, sir. As he has faked things before, but I found nothing wrong with them. So it may be legitimate.
Let me ask this first. You stopped the retrieval of an asset of ours For what reason, Mr. Sloan?
I believe that stopped would be the incorrect word. I chose to mediate the situation as there were several hands readied on guns in the vicinity, and I feared that the situation would escalate if not mediated.
And the situation was mediated, I presume, then?
It appeared that this was the only acceptable deal that they were willing to make under the circumstances.
And why is he not in our hands, then?
He, as of present, is still in Scraptown and said that he would remain so for the next day.
And it is at the same moment that this was mediated by the sheriff of Scraptown, who has now changed titles, I presume? I thought that this sheriff beforehand went underneath an alias of sort. Greed, was it? Ironic name for a mayor and a sheriff of a town filled with thieves and burglars.
I believe the mayor had changed now, who has now deemed it that I at least can no longer enter within Scraptown due to following their laws.
Their laws?
I made my arrest outside their lines so it would not draw fire nor cause issues with our current dealings within Avalon and Scraptown. Their new mayor decided to ignore all such, and even when I was damaged due to the scrapping outside of town, I was refused entry due to the harbored feelings.
And you mentioned that Mr. Sloan was the one who agreed to give this Mr. Cross another day.
I also agreed under the mediation of his. I did agree to the circumstances as if this Mr. Cross decided to run, then Mr. Benjamin would be brought in instead and would incur the fines. We would get our
Who is
bodies
this?
no matter what.
Who is this Mr. Riggs that you speak of?
I believe currently I know very little. Mr. Sloan may know more.
I know that he is currently a smithy of some kind in the town of Scraptown and has recently just been promoted to the position of sheriff.
Winter, do you have any information on this Mr. Riggs?
He pulled me aside one day when I was still very new to the wasteland and put a gun into my stomach and said that if I were to act against him or his family, then my guts would be full of lead.
Really?
Since then, he has also spoken to Miss Veronica, I believe, in confidence. I'm uncertain as to the nature of their conversation, but I did need to speak as to why I am uncertain. And yes, Scraptown has recently undergone a series of elections, and Mr. Riggs is indeed the newest sheriff. As Miss Odalia stated, she did attempt to abide by Scraptown's laws and perform the arrest outside of the gate to which their orders are located. However, to my understanding, Dr. Cross attempted to retreat and make his way back towards the gates, which is right where the incident got more heated. There were many high-ranking members there, including the mayor, who were observing at the time. And Mr. Riggs was one of the people there to assist in the mediation, Miss Doctor.
Cuthbert,
Sir?
after hearing all of that information, knowing a man from the wasteland, wearing filthy clothes and harboring disgusting relics of weapons, putting forth a threat underneath someone of my jurisdiction, do you think I should let that slide?
Sir, I've just cross-referenced all the laws regarding the domiciles of the planet of Helium, I can safely say without fear of contradiction that if any dwelling does not fall within the jurisdiction of a corporation, it is not subject to any law.
Without law?
Without
How
law,
very interesting. You see, Winter, with that alone, that tells me all I need to know. This man can be toyed with. He can be stripped apart by his flesh, and his muscles can be strewn about in the streets, and no one can tell me that I cannot do it. He threatened you, Winter. This man put a weapon to your abdomen, threatened your life. And for what? A protecting effort of some measly family of his? Who are these members of his family?
I'm uncertain, Doctor.
Odalia?
Him and his brother were just in here a few days ago, seeking treatment, so we do know he has a brother.
A brother?
I do have his file pulled up, and I've sent it to your personal device to review at your leisure.
Thank you, Cuthbert. Quick timing and thinking as always. And this young man was able to slip through our cracks twice already. Sloan, please approach me for a moment. Cuthbert, you as well?
Yes, sir.
I'm very fond of my right arm. Have you ever heard of the phrase the right-hand man before as well, Mr. Sloan?
I have, sir, yes.
Peculiar. Cuthbert, if you would, please, remove Mr. Sloane's right arm for me. I wish to inspect it.
With pleasure, sir. R/ removes arm.
May I have his arm, Cuthbert?
There you are, sir.
A fine piece of equipment. Built by someone you knew, perhaps?
Shometsu, custom commission.
Of course. The word is clearly shown perfectly. A man is born with two arms, Mr. Sloan. One at his side to keep himself steady and balanced, and the other to cause havoc, should he need to. The right arm is important, Mr. Sloan. It is the thing that drives us forward, it is the thing that protects us, and we rely on it every single day of our lives. Without it, we are a measly mess of a man, only able to hold on to the simple things in life, never to reach the stars above. Let us take this right arm as an example. This right arm here symbolizes your efforts. It symbolizes your future. It symbolizes your success. And in some cases, it symbolizes your life. This arm allows you to do the things that you do from day-to-day life because you ask it to. But it is not yours, Mr. Sloan. This piece of machinery does not belong to you. It is alien. It is foreign. Crafted by someone else. It is not a part of you. But then again, nothing about you is yours. Your eyes are mine. Your soul, your heart, your mind, your strength. Your right arm. It is all mine. I own you. I will not have any more failures. Else perhaps I should have a new arm in my collection.
Understood, sir.
I should very well hope so. Upon my arrival here at this planet, I made a promise to myself. I would not strike you. You had my respect. You had my wishes. I had so much ideas. So many things. I was proud of you for a moment. Expectations were at an all-time high. But every hour I spend down here, you just continue to seem to disappoint me. I pay you. I feed you. I give you promises of a future where humanity is at the top. Why are we not there yet?
Because these things take time, sir.
I don't have any more time, Mr. Sloan. We will do things my way from now on. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal, sir.
I should hope so. You may put your own arm back on. I sincerely hope that this is a valuable lesson you will learn today. As for the rest of you, I hope you will take something from this as well. Winter, Odalia, Cuthbert, you have a new task to turn. The next time Scraptown opens its doors, you will pull this sheriff aside, and you will reinforce the idea of who owns who. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Of course,
Good.
Doctor.
Cuthbert, be okay. Our business here is done. I got the message across.
Dr. Sloan, I'm sure you will find it most edifying to learn that I have sent your new list of tasks and regulations to your personal device. And I do expect you to accomplish them in an orderly and timely fashion.
Very well.
Yes.
Do not fail me, Mr. Sloan. I am always watching.
All I can really do is get stuff to clean it up. And if you'll let us see too, yeah, sir.
If you insist.
It would be better not to panic the public.
Looks like the bruise is already forming.
I'm not alarmed that.
Been through worse. I have new orders to look over. You're both dismissed. Ooh, spicy. At least he didn't try looking through the arm. I don't think we'd have anything incriminating directly on there, but still. I was not expecting that. Very interesting indeed. If only I had a bruise toggle. Hopefully GMs are not too busy. I'm curious what our new set of orders are going to be. Hello, hello.
How we doing? How you living? How you dying?
Hopefully good either way. But
We'll see, won't we?
we shall see indeed. I'm going to review the new orders I've been given by Cuthbert.
By Cuthbert. All right, I'm gonna need to grab somebody.
Roger that.
Client has requested you specifically, sir.
Which client?
A small cat-like creature named Rin has requested you for blood work. You would know about that at least.
Guide them up.
All right, I'm gonna call Locust over and let them know that they should probably help you with this one. Is there? Well, before we do that, is there? What specifically are we looking into? Just more information on it, or?
Well, just before they left, they said they sent new orders to my personal device, so I'm going to review it.
Ah, new orders to your. So you're gonna review those personal orders. Got it. Okay, yeah, he would know that answer a little better than I do.
Roger. And as soon as we can wrap up here in the clinic, I need to immediately get to Fritz's body and speak with Johnny and Cassian. Hopefully Locust is not too busy at the moment. Imagine it'll take him a quick second to get back out into the spawn room.
They'll be waiting. This side on the closest back to the wall.
Very good. Thank you. Do also need to review the recipe for an expanding shield, because we got ours smashed apart, so the only one that we have left is the one that Harper gave us, and Sloan is going to treasure that one. And we'll need a replacement for when he's doing sneaky stuff, as he's not taking one that has her initials engraved on it, into a run situation. I'll give him another few minutes to make his way over. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up in conversation whilst leaving back through the row. Take a sip of water here.
GM here. It is me, Locust.
Hello. I'd like to review my new orders.
Your new orders? Yes, your new orders, yes. Okay. So the new orders that you have received, I'm assuming this is what Cuthbert had kind of told you what your new directives and stuff would be when we were leaving.
He said he sent it to my personal device.
Perfect, yep. So your new orders are kind of as follows. Obviously any of the things that you were doing beforehand, do it twice as hard, essentially, you know. Your schedule is like more or less overbooked. You barely have time to sleep or do anything usually now from this point forward. So if you want to RP out being tired and shit like that, you're more than welcome to. You'll have to schedule a meeting with the sheriff of Scraptown. Actually, I think I mentioned that was going to be Cuthbert and the others. I think that was going to move that away from you. So that was going to be their thing instead. But there was another message that was basically just saying, you know, give me all the files that we have currently on Cassie and Benjamin, and that'll be sent out to you. That'll be sent out to the others as well, and I'll let them know about that. And then what he mentioned earlier about you patrolling some of the other facilities, he meant that literally. So like out of character when you're not here in the road sessions and stuff like that, you'll be going to like the other facilities and the locations that he sent you, which if you watch the video, which I believe you did.
Yep.
So the video that you got had a list of different names and grid coordinates that were attached to it in that video. The grid coordinates and the things that he just sent to you have those same matchup coordinates. So those lists that he had in the video match up with what he just sent you. And he's essentially asking you to patrol these from time to time, check in on security, keep them updated, and stuff like that to ensure that everything is running as massively secure as possible. Because he cannot have any more mistakes and things like that. He doesn't want people to get in, he doesn't want people to get out without him knowing or him saying so.
That's going on.
Roger that.
The long and short of it is Mr.
Yeah.
Sleeve
Any
is
other
Very
questions?
an audience with,
I think that should be all.
so-
Though I do want to say that was a very well done video.
Thank you so much. I begged I begged Snow like last minute to be like, hey, could you like help me set up a video?
I appreciate all the effort that was put into it. It was really cool.
There will be more that you guys will get to. I will say that as well. I'm gonna make more for you guys.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Sweet. Of course, if you need anything else, just ping.
Roger that.
I can't believe it's Benny Riggs from Fallout New Vegas who has it's Benny Riggs with his famous Fallout New Vegas quote. It was rigged from the start. Agent Son, at your convenience, when you're finished, Miss Duskweaver requested an audience with you. She left the clinic now, so I believe that'll be when you're available.
Right. Please compile a message to her and tell her that I'll be busy for the next hour.
Understood. I'm uncertain as to where she went, but I will attempt to locate her again.
Thank
Would
you
you
very
like her
much.
to meet you somewhere? Or...
I'll find her.
Understood.
Is Rin still
Basically
waiting?
Interrogate Benny.
Oh, sorry.
What was that? Cool.
You
What was
continue.
this
Go ahead.
about?
Do
Oh.
your scene. Do your scene.
Okay.
Is Rin still waiting?
Yes, right in that side.
Thank you very much. Now there's a
Morning.
face I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, I have been off planet.
I had assumed as much. What brings you back?
Oh, various things. Reliving my lovely past. Owning the lovely, lovely store right down there. Also business.
I see. I was informed that you wished me to perform a checkup of sorts.
Well, I said that because, I wasn't sure how many people are out in the air shop, but from what I was told, it was more an in-depth check. Because they wanted blood drawn and DNA taken.
Who is
from what I was
they?
told. Hofstein? I think the name is.
I see.
I say they because Avalon.
Very well. Suppose I can get that hammered out very quickly.
If you need ID, this is my issued ID.
Masaru. Interesting.
Yes.
Very well. I'll be back in just a moment.
The message has been relayed. Agent Sloan.
Thank you, Winter.
Of course.
Righty. Suppose we could start with the blood here. I'm assuming that your biology is the standard. That here is a good point to inject.
From what I was told, yes.
Very well. Should only be a slight pinch. 3, 2. Slowly draws out a full vial. There we go. That should do. After that, we'll take a quick scan here. And you said this was at the doctor's request?
Yes, no, it was one of the stipulations for when I come back to start doing business is to do that. And after all said and done, I would be able to work under Masaru.
I see. Interesting indeed. Does appear here that
Yes,
everything is checking out so far. I don't see any irregularities.
Good. Some of my scars, though. The explosion has left a nasty one still.
I imagine those will stick for a while.
They will. Very
Okay.
least builds character.
Just a few last touches here. Going to shine a flashlight in your eyes to check the dilation. Very good. Nothing out of the normal there. I'll take this small hammer and test your reflexes. Good. Perfect. That should be just about everything.
Yeah. Perfect.
Is there anything else that I should be aware of to add to the record?
I think Hofstein has all of my records that I was able to surface
Very good.
already. Yeah.
I believe in that case we should be
Now I
squared
can
away.
actually start. Yes. I can start my rounds. Lovely. I'm sorry to bother. I hadn't noticed the heavy tension in the air, so I'll
Not
let
at all.
this scarce.
Thank you for stopping by. You take care.
And as to you,
Does it all have to be such a bloody mess? I need to find Johnny. He's always known what to do in the past. I'm sure he can help in that.
Perfect.
Good day, Mr. Idris. How can I help you?
Evening, Mr. Sloan. That package we talked about.
Righty. Should I
It
open
is.
the way to storage then?
Yes. If you could store it someplace safe.
I believe right in here.
Perfect. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and out of character put it in the trash. But if you want to investigate it further, you're free to do so or whatever. Actually, it should be safe if I put it right here. Just don't activate it so a bunch of Icarus stems don't come popping out of it.
And out of character, this is the one that's supposed to be the bomb.
Yeah, this is the one that, you know. This is the good one. There you go. Yeah, that's
Roger
that's,
that.
That's the good one. Do a little shell game with it. If there's nothing else, how'd it go? I assume since you're back, everything went A-okay.
Indeed.
Wonderful. All right. See you all around.
Take care.
Evening. Right. Okay. The alley man's gone. So the guy working the two jobs, I guess he just doesn't like to close doors after himself, I guess.
Please tell me you're both available for the moment.
Yes. Where you want to go?
We need a private place as soon as we can.
We could go to our office or find a little hidey hole out in the road. What about the churches? Want to go to a church?
I'm not as fond of those from past experience.
Right.
Let's go to the grindstone.
Sure.
After you.
Grindstones. It's fun. Oh, I'm just getting micro headache. Micro headache. The worst.
I've been having the same.
There we go. All right. Either of you want a drink?
No, I'm good.
Is this place secure?
Yeah, it's one of the most secure places in the row, if I'm being honest.
Right. You can see he has a prominent bruise on the left side of his face. Mission successful. I'm sure that you've gotten some of what I sent you already.
Mm-hmm.
We encountered a few unexpected additions. I need to double check his current location, but we found Fritz. And he's still alive. Barely.
Sorry, Fritz.
Really? It's Nickelfritz?
Yes.
Little angry goblin man.
Apparently they've been holding him and doing something to him. I don't know what.
Weird. Alright.
Somehow they seem to have rejuvenated his cells to a point where perhaps we can bring him back.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, why would you want to bring him back, right? Like he's kind of, staunchly anti-corp. Caused a lot of problems.
Why would have him back, right?
Yeah,
This is
true,
the thing.
right. He knows something we don't.
I don't know, but he stuck his
He's a
neck out for me a
politician.
few times. I feel like we at least deserve to give him somewhat of a chance.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Outside of that,
Does the name Yarrick Rossman mean anything to you?
that sounds very familiar. Can you elaborate?
Came up in my own searches about someone important to Hofstein.
I think I'm having trouble lining up my memory, but I know that the squad lead that we just took down, I believe his name was similar to Yarrick, but it might have been a different person.
Fair enough.
Either way, my schedule has just been vastly bumped up by the doctor, and I will now be personally patrolling a lot of the sites that were listed.
Ooh.
I can try and slip you some of my schedules to see if you can work around them. But I'm afraid from this point forward I need to be even more thoroughly careful than I've been now. He has no
Understood.
more room for error.
Right.
But with that said, we have good things that we found. Of course, you've both seen the tape. We know exactly what he's after and exactly what will cause his whole scheme to come crashing down if we keep him from getting it.
Yes. Her.
I have a strong suspicion that the figure he's after is Cheeto.
Johnny suspects as well. Who is also, I should note, who's also changed species recently? Like, if
Really?
that doesn't draw a hamper in his plans, I think, like, I don't know what else will, honestly. Yeah, last I heard, she went from little thing to people-sized, like this, and with, like, big old long ears. She might still secrete the same gobbledygook that the guy's looking for, but
Maybe not. Who knows?
Interesting.
Really very small.
Right.
Either way, important that we keep them out of Upstead's hands.
Precisely.
We'll have to talk to Benny about it.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll want to know that.
About
Or
Benny.
maybe Roland.
Something else that has come up as well is that the doctor is now actively keeping an eye on both Cassie Cross and Benny. He's having a team go down to speak with him as soon as possible.
Okay. Is he going to be personally leading that team?
I don't believe so.
Man, that would be
He
awesome,
signed
wouldn't
it to Winter and O'Dahlia.
Oh. Okay. Noted. So those two are still in the pockets.
Yes.
Got it.
I believe we also got some lists of names that would be potentially close to him. If I recall, there was some sort of personal assistance he listed in that recording.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He also mentioned something about funding,
Yes.
and that if this experiment goes bust, he loses his funding, he loses his ship, his power, and he's no longer a problem, right?
Something like that.
The longer we keep him waiting to look, the worse it is for him, but for me as well. I don't know how long I can keep up this charade the more his empire falls around him.
Right.
He may also become erratic as things get worse. And the last thing we
Very
need is an
true.
unpredictable opponent.
Indeed.
Point.
He also now has the
Very nice.
yokai.
Right. Something we have to deal with as well. Figure out, at least. What's so dangerous about them when compared to a beowulf? Is it just another big target to shoot at, or
They have a lot less of
some
the
little
safety
more-
redundancies, meaning that even Shometsu tech against them won't be as effective.
Right. Okay.
But they do have the organic element, if we can figure out a way to use that against them.
Right. Like they've got a whole brain in there, or is it like components of a brain?
I'm uncertain.
Right. If we can figure out what of the brain is left, we might be able to figure out if there's still potential for free thinking in there that's just being inhibited. Kind of like what he did with Alice, right? The concoction of drugs and bullshit.
Perhaps.
Flush the system, maybe the person comes back. But also, it sounds like it would be a lot more difficult to do than just killing them.
I
At least
suppose.
in a one-on-one encounter. If we can make our way to the place where they concoct those drugs and fuck with the recipe, then at least we might get, a few days of cognizance from the yokai, and that would be enough for them to cause enough chaos on their own to stop being our problem.
It
Maybe,
might be
but it
something to
sounds
look
like
into.
Sounds like our schedule's been moved up, though. We might not have time for something so elaborate.
Precisely. Now, some key information that was also found from this little jaunt of ours was a list of the flight logs up to his ship, as well as all of the various black sites, the same ones that I'll be patrolling.
Right.
I can send you each some of the information that I have, exact coordinates, and I believe there might even be some projected information of what each site's purpose is.
Sure. Sounds good. We can figure out which targets to hit.
What about the one mentioned in the video?
Which one in particular?
It was a specific site. I don't recall the designation, but there was a particular site where the last of what he has on hand for the substances.
Right. I imagine that's in the listing as well.
Right.
That sounds like our target.
Basically, we have to get a team together for that.
Yeah.
We could just run a network if we want to figure that out. Or...
That'll probably be what we do.
Right.
Some experienced hands.
If you're going for such a strong target, that will need to be a case where I'm at a different place. I can't fudge the numbers enough to justify being there and having that fail.
Right. Understood.
Fair enough. To work with your schedule there. Right, is there a second most significant target that we know of?
Perhaps I should ping God to review it.
That maybe.
No need, because God is already here.
Corinne! Oh, what the fuck?
Do you want a drink?
I would love a drink. Could you give God a drink here, please?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. You guys are amazing.
Treating your gods all nice and
Pour
shit.
one out for the deity.
Here you go.
Yes.
Here you go.
Asking for good numbers, I see. Alright, so what can I help out with? It sounded like you guys need some information.
We are essentially reviewing the various bits and bobs that we've gotten from the mission and trying to figure out a good next step for a mission.
I'm assuming you shared the video with these two goobers.
Yes.
Correct. Alright, so there are 3 prime locations that you guys are able to kind of look at and tackle. The last of these locations is definitely going to be the most secure and the hardest to infiltrate. And this, you would know this off the top of your head, because that last location is in the upper city. That is all the way in the upper city in one of his personal quarters that he has up there as well. So you guys will be traveling. You'll have to travel up to the upper city for that one. The other 2... Upper City Run. The other 2, there are 2 more.
There is one actually in the inner city section. There's one in the inner city.
And then there is another.
I had it in my head where they were. Why can't I remember?
There's one in the upper city, there's one in the inner city.
There we go.
And there is the...
Is it a clinic in another row that looks very similar to this one? Clinic raid.
You know what? You know what? Fuck it, yeah, that's a good idea. Why not?
Clinic raid.
Another clinic raid.
It's in row 33. Fuck it. Fucking row 33 bullshit. Head ass. And yep, so they're all kind of like sporadically spread out in these different locations. The one in the upper city is definitely going to be the hardest. Do any of you want like an insight or like a perception roll check for anything real quick, or?
I can cross-check it with my Evelyn contact and click that.
With Cyclophana. Okay, let's do that. Ooh, holy fucking shit! All right, with a 19.
You after you guys do some more talking and stuff like that,
you would be able to piece together that, hey, like,
yes, the one in the upper city is definitely going to be the hardest to kind of deal and dismantle. However, if you guys target the other 2 first,
you'll have a significantly easier time getting into the upper city.
Gotcha.
So what do the other 2 do?
So the one in the other row is has a lot of the ingredients and things like that. No, I'm sorry. The one in the other row actually houses a large canister that is holding onto a lot of the dust, Cheetos dust specifically, that is being used as the main mixture and ingredient for the serum in order to give to people to essentially make them ageless. The gamer too.
It's half the ingredient is Cheeto dust, all right? I'm gonna guess the rest of it's Mountain Dew, okay? That's all I'm going.
You're not exactly wrong, I guess. So the facility in the inner city houses the rest of the main like alchemical or like crazy fucking ingredients and shit that is mixed in with Cheetos dust in order to turn it into the serum that Hofstein and the other humans are able to take.
So, but that one specifically is a factory. That one is a factory. The liquid and everything that they use to mix in with Cheetos dust is all of the ingredients are fairly actually accessible here on Hellion, but the factory houses some of the research of the ingredients themselves, as well as the main supply is the liquid that is used to mix in with the Cheetos dust stuff. So, and the Upper City area, in that one very specific office in the Upper City, like he mentioned, and I believe you brought this up, was a black box. And in this black box is the total remaining completed serums that he has on hand. And I don't remember how many he said that were inside there currently, but I think if he did list a number in there, that would be probably how many there are currently in that box. Any other questions?
So we hit the Cheeto dust. We hit the Mountain Dew. Then we hit the Cheeto dusty Mountain Dew.
Yes.
The gamer dunk.
All right. I'll go work with this.
Sounds like a
Perfect.
plan.
Excellent. I will see you all in hell.
It's wrong.
I did that.
Right here.
So, 3 missions to do. Now, do we hit them on mission days, or
But I mean, I assume so. There's
we
3
hit the
mission days
first
left.
2 simultaneously? Oh, that way. That's strange. Okay, right. Fair enough.
They
Okay.
would be mission days, yes.
Okay.
However, sorry, I'm still here. I'm just kind of watching the scene play unfold. I will say this. Due to some time constraints, it may not all be able to be finished by the end of the season, if you guys are okay with that.
All good.
Is what it is.
It is what it is. But I promise that the intro to season fucking 5 will be fantastical.
Yay!
Wow.
Have fun, goobers.
Okay, man. Right. So, definitely where the Cheeto dust is stored is the most significant, right? Because you can't get any more of that. We take that out, you might start going cuckoo crazy. We take the factory out, you'll start rebuilding it, right? So, what do we think? Factory first, Cheeto dust second, third one.
Yes, first,
we
I
go
think.
Cheeto dust first. All right, we want them to go crazy.
I think that would be the
that's
best play,
The one that's gonna happen.
as we could play off of it to make he himself more stable. It would help take extra eyes off of me if he was more and more losing control.
Right.
Neuroticism, right? Okay.
Sounds like we have a plan then.
Sounds like it. We just have to get it to our local runner network. Sarah's in charge of the garage now. Cool. Is it you?
Nice.
Congratulations. Yeah. It's time for a conversation over radio. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we get this information off to a fixer. We let them sort it out. Either that, or we get one mission off to a fixer, one mission off to some other group.
Well, it's we can't actually decide who's going to go in the mission.
That's a good point.
So we'll put them through the network, and the fixer will make the adjustments on who's the most apt to go on a mission. Especially
Fair
because
enough.
we won't be allowed to go on all of them.
Okay, now here's the next question: where are we getting the funds to run that kind of mission? So it's just gonna happen. The money's gonna appear.
I can help provide some of it.
Right. Cool.
Imagine
the
we'll
wyverns.
have some volunteers as well.
Yeah, true, right. That's a good point. Alright. So, I guess we keep this on down low for now?
Very much so.
Right, okay. We just have to pick whichever one you're not at, I guess, for the first one.
Yes. He's keeping my schedule busy, so I imagine at least one of those I'm going to have to be present for. I'll see what I can do, but as long as I'm there, I have to be under his thumb.
Understood.
In that case, we might want to figure out something else for you. Say, pardon me, for example, we do, go to the upper city. And then you're
Give us some
there.
time.
So, perhaps then, while you're up there, you figure out something rather, call a looping camera for you to do a little quick change, then help out. And then once it's all done, you come back, you put your armor on, go, sorry, I was in the toilet.
I'm
Or we shoot the
very
shit
uncertain
out
that he
of
will
you.
buy that. He's already suspicious of me.
Right.
I'm going to have to show a
Collins-
dedicated effort.
Right. Because if you're on one of those missions, the runners aren't going to fix you up. You're just going to get blasted. We need something to prevent that from killing you, right?
You could
Well-
give them a briefing to try and knock me out.
Cool.
I mean, there's nothing stopping Sloan from, going down from a firm hit.
True. Right.
Very true.
Take the fall.
But I would imagine that if you encounter the runners, then, fire will be exchanged. So, I'll have to be ready for that.
Indeed. If it means taking him
retreat.
down, I'm willing to do it.
Right.
So,
Don't retreat towards the room where everything's being, guarded.
Noted.
In the other direction.
I'll try to push towards the barracks instead.
Good call.
and one
Protecting
advantage
the
is you happen to work for Avalon, the medical corporation. You'll have the best of care.
That is fair, but depending on how the doctor sees my performance, he might see fit to revoke certain privileges.
Well, if that happens, come find me. I'll fix you up.
I appreciate it.
You like needles?
I've been through worse.
Cool.
Right. So it seems like we have a game plan then.
Seems like it. Great. Okay then, we leave it in the hands of our trusty fixers.
Just let me know if there's anything else that I can do.
Back it up.
I think
Will
for
do.
the most part, keeping your nose clean is the best thing you can do right now.
Yes.
Is there anything on Winters you can give us to, I don't know, sway them? Are they being monitored constantly? Like, do they have a robot eye like the other one was?
I don't believe they have a direct feed on them, but their loyalty is deeply trained into them. I'm not sure if it's code phrases or just some sort of,
See.
I don't know. But I think a part of her deep down wants to change, but her programming is resistant.
Right. Maybe she's got another cocktail similar to Alice. We could get some blood.
I believe it's
Scans?
more purely psychological.
More difficult.
Okay, well maybe we need to give her drugs like Alice had, Maybe that's the solution here.
Maybe.
Right.
Right.
Well, if only we had a therapist.
I know, right?
Such a shame.
Anyway, we shouldn't keep you too long.
Very true.
You know, your
But-
absence will be missed.
The last matter to be settled is figuring out what to do with Fritz. He's currently in a stasis port that won't last for long.
Where is he located?
I believe he's currently being held off-site, but I can have him moved to somewhere.
Listen, I can take a look and probably bring him back.
Why
I
don't
think
you
it's at least worth a shot.
arrange to have him shipped here to the grindstone with our regular booze shipment,
Right.
Just a big old keg.
and then we'll take it from there.
Very good.
I
Let me see if I can line that up right now.
expedite it. Yeah. Who else would be?
God, once more.
Hello. Can I arrange to have the stasis pod with Fritz in it sent to here?
Oh shit. Sent here specifically?
Yes, to the grindstone, but included amongst their newest shipment.
Oh.
And does something want to be like kind of like between like right now because I know for a thing or
Are you ready for it now?
like this session?
I'm ready. Sure, I'm good to go now.
If you guys are.
And Fritz is available.
I mean, so the one thing is, where did you stash it again in the meantime after the mission?
We didn't actually nail down a set spot, but I assume we held it off in some third-party safe spot.
Third-party safe spot.
I could say that I
Did you
stuffed
bring
it
it-
in the safe house I have in the Undercity.
Safe house in the Undercity. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Who would you have that would be able to grab it and bring it up here?
That's a good question. Do you have anyone you could call?
If it's the Undercity, we can go down and grab it.
It's true. We can just haul it up
We
here.
just need a...
I can give you the security codes to the safe house.
Or, here's a good plan. Why don't we see to him in the Undercity?
We could do that, couldn't we?
That would work.
But the medical equipment in the other cities, shit.
Fair.
True.
That's the problem. And also Avalon
This is a non-emergency
Elizabeth,
matter,
chop,
but I'd
chop,
like to make an inquiry regarding the condition of someone that I just watched walk by.
Take a little time
They
to
seemed
come out with it, I guess.
disorientated and were babbling about things being quite
Alright.
hot, but also their
Sorry, radio
veins and
transmission.
eyes were glowing blue.
No worries.
Right, I could actually perhaps send for the same man I had assist me
Do you have a
on the run
description of the
itself.
individual
Be someone I
besides the woman?
trust.
Is regarding that person are broken and they do not appear for me, and as such, I was unable to properly identify them.
Interesting. Right. So where did we leave off then? I was a bit distracted.
So, you're going to have someone you trust transport him? Is that the case?
I believe that could work. As
Alright.
long as they're willing.
We will operate the bar so that we're available to receive a shipment.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Sounds good.
And out of
Yeah,
character,
about an
that
idea.
would be the extra guard captain guy. That was one of my loyalist men that came with me on the mission. So he was played by Gilder. Yep.
Bill Burr.
Good stuff.
Right here.
I can figure out what's wrong with him, and then figure out what help I need.
Well, first step is getting him where he needs to be.
Very true. Righty.
All right, let's get you back upstairs.
Indeed. And thank you both very much for this.
No problem. Of course.
We're professionals.
As we are, we get things done. That's the job.
Can always depend on a wyvern.
Seems so.
Glad we've got that reputation.
Yep.
I haven't seen Lysandra around all day. I feel like she'd be very useful for this. Where's my magical healing assistant?
There you are, Mr. Sloan.
I'll be here.
Oh. One more thing
Agent
about
Sloan, are you
Fritz's
still on
condition.
station?
Right.
It appears that for the longest time he's had some sort of nanites in his blood that are eating away at his body.
No, don't even bother. He's dead. Joking. Continue.
It seems that they were keeping them at bay, but that's one of the primary things that is shortening his time span.
Are you okay?
Okay, well, it's great. It's good. Cool. Sure.
Apologies, I'm still here, Miss Winter. I was just having a business meeting. What do you need?
I don't know if you heard the early reports of the individual whose veins and eyes were glowing blue.
I did overhear it, yes. What about them?
The individual seemed to suddenly exude a significant amount of electrical energy, magical, I believe, in nature, within one of the alleyways. He's been apprehended by Agent Frost and is being brought to Masaru. However, Agent Odalia was caught in the exertion of energy.
Oh, okay.
Noted. If this is indeed magical in origin, it certainly seems like Masaru are the ones to deal with it.
Understood. I see you now.
Is there anything else I should be aware of?
I suppose not. Though it was rather sudden. Oh, there they are now, actually.
Right.
Hi, are you trying to fight this guy? This guy's about to explode with lightning. You might want to back off. I need your help. I need you to figure out what's going on with this guy.
They seem to have it under control. Did we have any other visits in the clinic?
Uncertain.
Right.
Are you, how are you faring?
I'm doing my job.
Hello. Hi, I'm going to be doing a medical roll on her, or I guess it'd be a mechanical roll. To heal. Huh? Yeah, I need 2 dice.
Right here. I'm going to say that we tuck this away into the next shipment so that it's not so obviously sitting. If that can fit in there. There we go. Perfect. Right here.
Starting the sequence now.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day. Is this a routine checkup?
No, I was shocked by the individual who was in the alleyway. My systems have been disoriented.
Yeah, she's going to be
Right.
alright. Her capacitors just need to discharge their overflowing charge. Frost handled to the individual who caused this. I think he said he's going to hand them over to Masaru.
It sounds
Indeed.
like someone who was addicted.
Addicted to what?
We don't know.
I did notice a small substance baggie. It appeared to be on him as they were moving by.
He may be an issue between Avalon and Masaru, if it is drug related.
Indeed. I'll speak with Mr. Lupin and get him to file a report.
I believe they're in front of the burger shop right now.
Right. I'd best get to it. I'll be back in a moment.
I can't do anything to. I don't have my magical suppressants right now. Yeah, no, it's really bad. I'm gonna see if. Oh no,
Come on.
Pardon, Mr. Lupin.
Call Masaru proper.
Hi. Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm
are
gonna
you
get
trying to
on-
get in here?
No.
Yeah, back up.
Come on, I'm just a sucker for caffeine. Is that so wrong?
Alright, sorry, this guy's been exploding with
it's more of a it's more of a magical thing. He might explode with lightning. Is there anything Avalon could do about that? Or
If
should
it
I just
involves
call
magic,
Masaru
I
and-
assume not. You should certainly get Masaru
okay,
on
I'm
it.
good.
But as there was suspected substances that he's been injecting, I do believe.
In front of the
I'm
burger shop that
enjoying
may or may not
friendship,
explode
right?
with
We're,
lightning.
we're good buddies. We're good buddies, you and I.
You electrocuted
I mean-
me.
Before it does.
I mean, but that's fine. That's fine. We've been on good terms, like you know.
Lupin has the drugs they had.
We had a nice talk outside the sewer. We had a wonderful talk like before, right? You don't need to worry about me. I'm healthy, you know.
You're Masaru's problem now.
Well, I don't have to be that
gotcha.
problem. I can just be an incident, you know. Just let me walk.
Lou will come over with a metal rod. I need you to hold this for me, please.
Why? You want me to do
Keep
labor
holding
work
that.
now?
We need to find a way to ground this guy. Just to get just kind of let the electricity flow through.
Thanks.
So,
No.
Can you just stab with a
let's see,
pipe
is
into
there
the
like
ground
a-
or something?
How is this?
There is a charging station. These are charging stations.
Oh,
How is
yes.
this?
That reveal, eh?
Over here.
Come on.
Is he not exploding right here, or?
I only said he might.
I'm
It's looking like
drop.
things
I'm
might be
gonna
under
drop this
control.
bar. I'm
No,
gonna drop
no,
this bar if
no.
you ain't give me no sugar. Come on.
No.
Soldiers
Come on,
say their own
give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Rats around.
Give it to me, man.
Like,
I'm gonna guide your arm in.
Just have him touch the rod to the charging station a bit.
Okay. Oh, just got some very strong hands.
So by pressing his hand in there, it does dissipate some of the magic inside of him, but then it also overloads the charging station, causing this man to receive a very serious electric shock.
The guy who's running the bank.
Alright, let's get your hands off of there.
Hmm.
On the bright side, he's no longer as staticky.
Okay, he's not as charged anymore. We took him over to a charging station, but the charging station kind of
There. You're okay.
and he might have gotten a nasty
Mama,
electric shock.
why is it so cold, Mama?
But I'm pretty sure Avalon can handle it.
towards the light. Why? So
Yeah,
cold,
don't go
Mama.
towards the light.
I'm scared, Mama. I'm scared.
Sloan, what's around?
We may have
Reveal that.
slowed down
It's
the
been a while.
process of him exploding, so still doesn't solve.
I
he's
guess
still very
so.
much charged.
What's
Wonder
going on?
observation, then?
It seems there's a magical conundrum at the moment.
I'm going to go and
Seems to be
find
handled.
someone that can identify this
Mr. Lupin?
substance, because this is 100% the cause of it. Because whatever this is way more than whatever that is inside of him. So he only got a little bit of this, and that's enough. So, yeah. No,
You're not getting
done.
any more of
You're
that.
done. Yeah, you're not done. You're done.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, I mean, I guess contract succeeded. I'll transfer you the funds soon. Yeah.
What do you want me to do with this guy?
I don't know. If he's not, if like I got rid of the thing charging him, it
He'll just dissipate on his own.
Dissipate a bit, yeah. If it starts to ride again, then he probably still has some on him, and you should probably confiscate that too.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you go. I recommend you turn around and go straight to those nice Avalon people and get your burns
the
treated.
electric burns. Yeah, the electric burns. You might want to get checked out.
I let go.
Come on, come on, I paid a lot of money for
Mr. Lupin, before you go, if I could have a moment of your time.
Give me a sec. Who'd you buy it from? Who'd you get it from? Could you
I ain't
describe
no
it?
snitch. Everyone knows a snitch is a dead one. I ain't saying shit.
I mean,
Forget
what
it.
if-
Forget
I mean,
it.
you think-
You can have your tea. How I need to see someone. Oh, God.
What? That medicine?
Right here. I simply wish to square away things that, as there was a Avalon individual affected by this situation, and it seems to be a strange substance, I do believe that it might be a perhaps joint investigation for some of our departments to look over in the future. So please do send over some emails to our departments.
Yes, I'll look into it. I'll do an individual investigation, and if we find anything that we feel like Avalon might be able to assist us with, then I will immediately contact you.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Lupin.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
You were the one that stepped too close. I told you I was fine. I told you you need to step back, but you guys insisted. You insisted.
You will get the help you need within Avalon.
Okay. You got green. I don't. You probably Avalon. You're not right. You are.
No, they're outside of it.
You in your clove. You got bright. Fucking hell. I'm hurting here.
Yes, I ask that you cooperate, and we simply get you there, and you will be healed by this individual.
Okay.
Everything okay?
I'm fine. You can see he has a prominent bruise on the left side of his face.
Oh, what happened to you?
Nothing I'm prepared to talk about. Good day, Miss Duskweaver.
Mrs. Sloan? That's a bit of a shiner you got there, but as you discussed, you don't want to openly discuss that, obviously.
Indeed. Perks of the job, I suppose.
I see. It appears you have been detracted away from business as usual. I was merely wondering if you were to follow up on the drink that you offered earlier.
I think this would be the perfect time, as my schedule in the future seems to be getting much more busy.
Splendid.
After you, I suppose. Is anywhere still open?
Perhaps, but I think I may be able to inquire about a place that could be opened if I need it.
That sounds delightful. This is Sloan on radio. I simply wish to notify you that I'll be busy for a moment.
I'll go see if I can contact them, see if I can open up for me if they...
We will be
Very
attending
good.
to the individual.
Oh dear, oh dear. This might be the last quiet moment I get for a long while.
Probably a little bit due to having this here.
This better all be worth it.
I think he'd probably stick with Lou, or if Garrett doesn't mind, probably stick with Garrett for a bit.
Oh, the guy who almost exploded?
Right.
Yeah, do you know anything about
That guy is with a rebeller right now.
I see.
I'll meet back up with you in just a moment. I'll meet you there.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to shelf stuff. See what we can do.
Anything done?
Going to quickly disappear up here for a moment so that I can take a quick restroom break before we enjoy a nice drink with Lilith. I'll crumple myself in the corner here. I don't believe I have an out of character. Yeah, I don't have an out of character toggle for Sloan. I really should do that. That should be something I add. But I'll be right back in just a moment. Had some very interesting sessions so far. Be back in a flash. Alrighty, we are back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Our bitrate is still looking fantastic. Very good, very good. Oh. What is that for?
Hey, this is Darren. If there's anyone on the Avalon frequency, whatever's going on, there's some injured people gathering up in front of the clinic.
Understood. I will have that seen to immediately.
It's the, I think they're moving them now, but it's the bank/burger worker. It seems to be in bad shape.
Interesting. Do we know what the corporate presence is?
I am currently performing recon. Oh,
There was a big shootout at the bank. Some people ran off. It seems like the Wyverns were in pursuit.
Noted. Thank you very much.
I may have seen a yokai very briefly. Would you like me to continue pursuit and investigate?
I'm not sure, but about who it could be. But they seem to have popped some sort of magic to run away. Seemed like a smokescreen. Just to be wary of their magic capabilities.
Indeed. If you do pursue Miss Winter, please be careful.
Understood. Do you happen to have known which direction they ran towards?
Mr. Frost?
Hello. I don't know what happened specifically. I was just told I'm on duty. So.
Shometsu, I see.
Yep. While they're working in there, I'm making sure things go undisturbed.
Is Miss Duskweaver inside?
Yes.
I see. Very well.
Currently, they're busy.
Noted. I don't suppose you got to see the assailants?
No one was up here when we walked up the ramp, so...
By the sounds of the radio, it seems that the bank just had a hit on it.
Yeah, I heard the gunshots.
I suppose I'd best go check up on my employees.
Were they involved?
No, but we are directly across from it, so it doesn't hurt to check.
Right. Alright, well, stay safe, and don't get shot.
You as well. Good luck. An interesting day for a strike against the bank. I wonder what that has to do with anything. Why is there a yokai going about?
Do you have any information that could lead to the arrest of those who broke into the Shimetsu building?
I'm afraid that I'm uninformed on the situation.
Corporate docs had a breach. If you hear anything, you will report to Shimetsu.
Noted.
Thank you.
Yeah. Winter has corporate access. Sloan, you wanted to work on something.
Oh, I was simply crossing the T's and dotting the I's with Mr. Lupin about the magical drugs it seems to be going about.
Alright. Well,
sorry?
If need be. They're paper teacups.
Right.
I actually have the thing here. Trying to actually get a good grip on it.
Is it actually magical?
I believe this one is the magical one. I can do a quick scan on it.
I suppose you can take care of that in your own time. I simply wish to have the notes cross-reference with our own databank.
Oh, should I go get that calibrated with the scanner? Or we can...
I mean, I could just use my magic. Because I don't know if your scanner would pick it up right away.
No, no, I just heard scan. Well,
I mean,
let's not
we
go
could
down
double-
that road. Let's not.
Return to the clinic. I believe the individuals had
Yeah,
scattered
moment,
to
I'm
the
just gonna-
sewers.
Actually, if you just wait.
If I see that bag unseal, I'm gonna. Okay.
No,
Go freak.
it's not going to.
Yell at you.
Question.
Do you know the doctor has like giant like hands,
You mean Miss O'Dahlia?
like bigger than your torso hand? Is that their name? They're
Yes, it is
want big hands.
cybernetics.
Hey, look, I got a wrong pocket. I got you see a brand new ID. It's in a phone case.
I see.
Like
Congratulations.
Really, like dropped from 20 stories, child per phone case.
Interesting. I noticed that you
There's been
are.
lots of chaos today.
I'm doing as well as I can. You can see he has a prominent bruise on the left side of his face. I noticed that you mentioned grabbing a scanner for Mr. Maroon. Are you working with Masaru?
No, I made a scanner. I'm patenting it. Oh shit, I'm rich.
I suppose.
That's a lot of corporates.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Is that a third leg? Am I?
There we go.
That's about you.
Looks like Shometsu is making themselves present on the scene. To be expected. I couldn't help but notice the
Sloan, I have
change of
your
appearance.
answer.
Very good.
Yes, these are magically inclined.
Righty.
From what we can, at least from what I can
Do we have to
deduce
ID
from-
every like grain of that?
No.
Okay, good.
Majority of it, from what I can deduce from what happened down there with the one guy, is that there is some kind of lightning affinity within it, so fire and air.
Right.
Kind of mixed together.
Okay, so is this? I mean, is this like a bad thing? Should Napkin try help address this, or Napkin stay at distance? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
As long as it's sealed, I'm pretty sure you're good to assist. But the moment that it does break open, I want you to move as far away from it as possible.
Okay. Also, do I look different?
At least from the last time I saw you. You seem to have white hair and red eyes now.
A small squad of Shimizu agents are currently maintaining a perimeter outside out the Shimizu offices at the corporate docks.
You know what happened to the teller?
The teller?
Give him the uniform?
Clinic.
Clinic? Okay.
Oh, mild concussion, backup agents, but he's getting treated.
Okay, good. I mean, not good that he's hurt, but good that he's getting treated.
Indeed.
But yeah, we can investigate it further on your end as well. At a later
Indeed.
point.
I think it best if Masaru give a thorough search of the magical elements first, and then we'll see what we can do. Magic usually tampers with our scanners.
Yeah, it tampers with the scanners, and if I remember correctly, you had a bad experience with some experimenting with the Nessa before.
Indeed.
Yes, that was Alice. No, it was
Both of
you.
us, actually.
Alright. Yeah. Tomorrow there will be a Undercity representative coming down, so... Not Undercity rep, Massar representative coming down. So I can pass it along then.
Is there a reason for their visit?
Finishing up some paperwork.
Noted.
Regarding them.
It's the scanner thing. We had to set it. We couldn't get a meeting today.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I think Ren wanted to speak with me.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
It's been like the first time it happens, you got a bottle flung at you from the pelvic pounding fucking vending machine.
Well, that's because I was standing right here, which actually, if I were to stand over here...
There's been bullets and chaos all day. How can I not be scared?
Speaking of which, what the fuck happened?
Like,
The
really?
entire row is deserted right now.
Well, it's corporate sanction right now.
Yeah?
Apparently
Nice task we've on.
hit the
Mhm.
two offices.
Does anyone have any information regarding any individuals that may have either entered or gone in direction of the corporate docks?
No, I was down at the lower plaza. They're coming up from the lower plaza. Up to up here because I was going to speak to Sloan. But it might.
Just one person there kept ringing my ears. And then, oh, right. Okay, so they had like I think it was like a black jacket, and then, I want to say it was like a helmet, maybe sort of silvery, I could be wrong there. They had like a, what was it? I think it was like a Shometsu pistol, or some sort of, it was Shometsu, that much I know. Anyway, they threatened to shoot me, I didn't really care at that moment. So it was like, yeah, you know, fuck it, the bank's already robbed, shoot me. And so they came
But
around.
now I need to
with
find
the-
Sin, because Sin has your phone.
And
By the way, is there
then,
anything incriminating on your phone? Like, did you take a bunch of selfies with anybody while you were in the service earlier?
Those were the ones.
I took trophies, of course I did.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, yeah. You're such a fucking G.
And so, so sorry, I helped with that one. That one's on me. And anyway, so they hit me in the fucking eye with the.
Let me get to Sin, and let me
knocked me
clarify
down,
that,
and that
and then
hurt.
if I need to come
And
back,
then
I
there
will.
was like people with not guns, but they were like shooting in bank, right? But then, fuck my words. Okay, so they were shooting in the bank, but they weren't shooting at me. In fact, they wanted to get me out of the bank, and like they were protecting me or something. But I already got
somewhere here.
So, like, there's a woman. Oh, there's also a dude with like I don't even know, like a blindfold or some shit. He was there. But there was this girl, right? She just came into the bank earlier to get a new ID, a paper ID. I remember that.
Do you know if they've been treated already?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Where?
I thought everyone that I'm aware of.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Meditation.
The girl.
Very good. Thank you very much.
I think she had like gray clothes. I think it was belts or hooks, something like that. And then
So I'm good,
she
right?
apparently
I'm
she
good.
knows
I'm-
medical. I don't know if that's affiliated with this place at all. Or she knew medical. She tried to do work on my eye. It was kind of middling, honestly. Yeah. And then so she picked me up, right? And then she didn't just pick me up. She picked me up into the fucking air. Like she flew, she flew red, and then she picked me up into the air, and she fucking flew. And then she put me back into the burger joint, right? She said, take cover. And I was like, I'm just gonna sit on the...
Miss Odalia, may I borrow you for a moment?
And so...
I hope the procedure went well.
And then, so, okay. I'm like,
Wonderful.
well, actually, no, I didn't want... Wait, what? Yeah, no. I'm getting it right. I sat in the chair, right, in the burger joint.
Can I go?
But she wanted me to sit on the floor for some reason to take cover.
I'll have to get you back your. I'll have to get you back your phone in a second if you don't mind waiting for that.
Yes, your phone.
And then she picked me up again, right?
But first,
And she
Yes, of
fucking tossed my ass. She tossed it right into the fucking the cover that I'm supposed to be protected from. She knocked me into it. Small frame, no muscles. It seemed like big power. Shit ton. Knocked you right in. That gave me the other black eye. And then she picked me up again and flew me here. Then I don't know. There was like white, and not cat ears, I don't think, but some white-haired girl with feline-like ears carried me here. She had these big fucking claws.
Right.
And then oh, something.
Back to the bank. Got robbed twice, you say?
The first one I wasn't there for. I was just told it was robbed. I didn't really check anything. I could have been a fluke for all you know. Second time ever I was there, I literally opened it up. Hit me with the gun, and I saw them filling stuff in. So yeah, no, definitely the second time. First time I didn't really check everything.
Right.
God, I'm so.
Alright, well, I'm glad you're okay.
Jesus Christ. God left me there.
Yeah. They said I could go. I'm waiting for my phone. I got some.
How much is that costing?
Okay.
Do you have any insurance?
This question.
No.
Right. Then we'll get you the bill in 2 to 3 business days.
Buddy, I'm probably fucking dead at that point.
I certainly hope not.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, well, you and me both.
Either way, I do believe you should be able to be discharged.
Right, let me just fucking.
In the clinic now, talking to the teller. He's alive. He's being discharged.
Oh, there was some slime I missed. Give that back. Thank you.
Fucking hell, take it. Oh. You didn't get the grease.
Oh.
There we go. Alright. I won't have to clean the outfit, at least.
Should have kept my fucking jacket.
Okay. Well, back to work.
Indeed. I can help see you out. Thank you very much for choosing Avalon.
I didn't really fucking choose.
I'll be right back to speak with you in a moment, sir.
So are things always so eventful in Row 32?
I'll be back. I'll be over here soon.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
Looks like someone's on their way to meet you.
Right. I forgot about that with all the chaos going on. Thanks again.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Do have a great day.
Did I leave the stove on?
Sorry, did he not get, like, leave from work?
I suppose not.
Take it back
Union
there?
hours.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, wild time. I may as well grab my gun.
Righty, sir. Have you already been fully treated?
Yeah. If I'm waiting for my phone. Yeah, could you go ask them if never.
Indeed, sir. You can feel free to wait right there by the doorway.
Yeah, we'll do. Am I going to return this to them
Yes, you are.
then? We uncovered something quite interesting.
Right here.
Sorry, sir.
I asked first, were you able to obtain the drugs off of him that he was holding on to in any way?
It is currently in the hands of Masaru. As soon as they're done looking it over, they'll be passing it to us.
Okay, fantastic. I spoke with him for a long while. I've reduced his debt due to how much he told me, including past phrases in order to interact with his dealer. So we may be able to find out where this came from. He
Very well done.
remarks that when he took it, he felt a sense of power, which is why he acted the way he did. It empowers an individual as well as, well, we saw the electrical currents. It seems it boiled up, boiled over, and then the high, up to a high, and then from there he became more rational and more probably what he initially was before he took these drugs.
Right. Very interesting indeed.
The dealing was done here in the row, from what I understand, as well as what Miss Winter discovered, which I believe she can talk more on.
What was spoken about already? So I can I don't want to repeat.
Just the drugs, as well as what he came forward with in my interview, which I haven't disclosed to you yet, but yeah.
We've uploaded the files to the computer, but on his phone, when I was finally able to crack through, there was a series of selfies of him standing over what I presume to be victims of his, each with nails shot into their skulls.
Well.
Union, correct?
Union, yes. Forgive me, Union. All within the sewers, though no specific identifiable location within the sewers.
We may attempt a scour just to see if we can find the bodies.
Indeed. I was about to say, if this is a case of suspected murder, I would like one of you to lead the investigation to go and find the corpses.
I think we got a ping back from Union. I know that to some capacity they're aware and have been dealing more or less with the situation, but it wouldn't hurt for us to look. It would also be wise or prudent for you to know that there was a large contingent of Shimetsu outside of their offices. I noticed about 5.
Indeed.
4
They
or
just
5
recently
agents
had a
just
break-in on their dock offices.
Yes.
Another line, and I have to keep coming back and forth between it.
Either way, it seems that there's been a busy string of events, and that the bank was seemingly robbed at the same time that a hit on the Shometsu offices occurred.
Yes. I hadn't seen any suspicious individuals, but if I were to make any guesses, they retreated through the sewers.
Potentially.
Our dealer may be down there too. Hard to tell, there's a lot of sewer.
Your technician made mention as well that he saw them scatter through the alleys.
Okay. I will be right back. I have to make this call really quick. Give me a moment.
Very well. Right here. I assume I can trust the both of you to take care of these issues?
I believe so.
Very good.
Is there anything we can do for you?
I don't believe anything other than doing your job. I will have some pressing business here soon, so I'll be unavailable for a while.
Okay. If that changes, please let me know.
Noted.
For what it's worth.
Thank you, Miss Winter.
We should be short.
Okay.
Anything else from you, Hidden Frost?
There has been an attack up in the docks today as well. Sorry, what was that? Please be careful. Let me know if anything goes wrong. I'm currently investigating what you reported on earlier.
Yeah, I'll raise you an avalanche
Probably.
if anything happens.
I haven't had any new
Understood.
information on some things yet, so but I'll keep in contact.
He's making deals. Valkyrie came down to meet him.
Understood.
Thank you.
I was trying to catch him before he had to leave, but unfortunately, it was a little late. I'm gonna go investigate. I'm gonna go back up with Winter and then investigate the sewers.
Very good. I'm going to be momentarily busy for a while. Just notify me if you need me.
Understood? Okay. I've also, Darren has temporary access to 25 to inform us if anything happens, as there's been multiple attacks today.
Noted. Thank you very much.
I don't know if it's technically running around with it, but I guess the language from it now. You recognize it. All I'm gonna say that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Maybe that you constituted yourself somehow.
Oh, I think shot at.
Alright, I'll tell them now.
Those
Right.
bullets didn't hit me. They just.
I've not been involved in anything, but it feels like it's been a busy day.
I thought you were
Indeed.
going to still be in the...
I would have engaged.
Oh, there you are.
I assume she flew off.
That's a new addition.
I was actually looking
I
for
had
you.
that surgery done today. Yes.
Oh.
Well, you want to be off then?
Yes, indeed. We'll be off. If anything happens, we'll phone in immediately.
Do be careful.
We'll see if we can find something. Hi, Captain.
And I might recommend some change of boots.
Damn.
Where do you want to go?
Fine, we're further away from it. We got heels, we're further away. You could be stomping in it. That's
Whatever you say.
the rationality.
At least our heels will be safe.
Did you need something? You're staring from a distance.
No.
You were just looking awkward standing against the wall. He walks away. Just wanted to check.
I might have something quickly to discuss with you if you have a moment.
Alright.
I might walk around a little bit.
Very to the point. I appreciate that. That's good.
I think perhaps the Red Garden might be better.
See a lot of corp presence.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
good to go.
Keep these two company. I'll be right back.
I think it was just a corporate response to some things that happened, including the bank robbery. So, you should be all good.
All right.
I hope things have been calm for you, at least.
Wire's problem, not mine. I can't get my hands on everything.
I suppose.
And the results.
Maybe.
Coming out of this. This is running around. It's gonna be a separate problem. I'm gonna avoid her for now. She's pissed.
Who in particular?
Lois.
Right. So, I suppose I just wanted to reconnect after everything yesterday. How are you doing?
I'm living. Not too fond of your lenience to killing unarmed people.
Right. I know it's not ideal, but
Everybody has a role.
I still feel that it might have been beneficial.
If you thought it was beneficial, you should have taken other precautions to set him back, such as destroying his equipment. The experiments have sometimes been dealt with. That was another blow. Unfortunately, you do not have the supplies to further set back his facility.
It does appear that either way he has abandoned it. I don't think he feels safe using it anymore.
I'd imagine so. If somebody found that I started setting up base there and has figured out what I was up to, they may show up again, and I'm assuming he's trying to keep it off main Avalon records.
Yes, about that,
Even if he thought it was abandoned.
I reviewed some of the information that I gathered from the mission with Johnny and Cassian. I think you should reconnect with them. I should have grabbed you for that meeting as well.
I'm aware of what they're carrying.
Yes. They're also taking care of our friend.
Don't know what to do with them. I'm gonna need expensive medical to even attempt to bring him back.
Possibly. Cassian seemed
I couldn't get it out.
at least somewhat confident at trying at it.
I'm not getting my hopes up. If even those expensive-ass laboratories can't get out the nanites without killing them, I don't think we've had too much of a better chance.
Maybe not, but he's been able to keep them at bay for this long and still keep living, so at least we can make him conscious.
And if not, we follow his original direction. He wants to be tossed into the furnace.
I'd still rather have him tell me that himself.
The recordings he left. Did so in the Undercity.
Right. You notice he has a prominent bruise on the left side of his face? But either way, we do have a new direction moving forward.
I'm not good at biomechanics. I'll leave that to your other hired guns at this point.
Maybe, maybe not. I still think that they could benefit from having you involved.
And if they want me involved, they'll keep things for themselves anyway.
I suppose. But from this point forward, the doctor has filled up my schedule. I'm going to be a lot more busy. And I'm going to be patrolling some of the off-the-record sites.
If there is a way to give me a heads up if you are predicting trouble, just send a silent message.
Yes, we're trying to plan it that, for some of them at least, they're going to time the schedule so that I won't be present for the events, but we can't do that for all of them. So I'm going to have to work around what they have planned.
Now, if at any point you lose me, which I'm sure you have at this point, feel free to radio.
Ship he has in orbit, or is that off the record as well?
Well, it is on
my
record,
best guess
but
is out they are.
we do have some flight logs up to the ship if we do want to pull that into the purview, but it seems that there are 3 key sites on planet that would be better at knocking him down a peg first.
And I just have to take care of the biggest precautions for the biggest problem. And give me a name and I'll start finding out more about it.
Right. I can send you the information that I sent to both of them. It includes both of the navigational info to the locations and some of the pertinent details about them both. Or all three locations, rather.
Good. Just send that whenever you can.
Might be best if I send it now.
Fine.
And how are you feeling with the deed done?
I know they're not going to be terrorizing anyone else in the foreseeable future.
Indeed.
The debt is paid.
At least to some degree, we're able to right things.
They seemed expensive for what they are carrying. Well, that means
Indeed.
something at least. A lot of money wasted, especially dumped in acid.
Or smashed to pieces.
Yeah, I don't want to leave any of them alive. And recordings too. I would have tried to pick them off the bodies. Alright, let's go about our day. And hopefully I see you again. Don't want people being too suspicious.
Right. Take care of yourself, Leot.
Coincidental that the bank was robbed when the corporate docs are attacked.
Very coincidental indeed.
I'm starting to think that's nothing of value at the corporate docs just because of name. At this point, it's mostly a distraction. So I'm not going to be running toward the corporate docs if things happen in the future.
A sound strategy.
That's the second time Shemitz has been attacked recently.
Indeed.
More damage. I'm pretty sure she's going to be pissy. Take your own company medicine. Your face doesn't look too good.
I'll be alright.
How close of a normal day is this for you? Just general, nothing like
well,
actually bad.
To be honest, I haven't had a normal day in a while. My normal days were normally waking up.
Friends, you might be interested in talking to me. There was a little cat thing. It was blue. He said, Shumetsu, you might be interested in the bank robbery. I don't know
why. Is this person on the floor?
I have no
I'm
idea.
Trying to nap.
And why?
There are benches over
Interesting.
there.
Yeah, the bank robbery stuff. What would exactly be of interest to Shimetsu then?
I don't fucking know. The fucking cat said Shimetsu might look. I'm not part of Shimetsu.
I see.
Stone, where's Miss Wallflower?
Oh.
I was informed that maybe you might have mentioned as far as we might have interest as far as the recent events.
Which one?
Something that
bank?
Shimetsu might be interested.
Now I'm lost.
I'll have to catch up with her later. She's clearly still in business mode. Frost?
The guy's still laying there. Hi.
He said that he was trying to take a nap.
Yeah, I told him to. I didn't think he'd do it right there and right then and there, but
Yep.
seemed like he needed rest, not more work, because he was about to start working the burger shop again.
Such is life.
I forget me getting my daily pickups, especially after you. So
Got nothing else to do.
Very well.
don't get any props because I know it's a little buggy.
So just pantomime then?
Yes, we don't have to have the weight of the props running around.
There you are. And spend it all in one place.
With the duffel bag. Don't send me somewhere dangerous and I won't. Back is stiff.
I can't imagine why.
Otherwise, I should be fine.
Oh,
Mr. Darren?
is Odalia in?
I'm uncertain. They might still be down in the sewer.
I'll see if I can find them then. She just had a question for me before I was pulled away for a meeting.
Very well. Feel free to have a look upstairs if you wish.
Thank you. Oh, and I guess I'll let you know. I'm in talks with Valkyrie to get a license from them.
Very good. I'll be sure to take that into note.
I did notice you tend to pick favorites there in the weapon department. If it goes well, I'd be happy to help service your weapons.
Very well. Give him a second to go up there, have a look around, then come back down.
Hello.
Good day.
Hi. I was wondering if I could use your facilities to maybe create a stim or two.
Certainly. Right this way.
Thank you, Mr. Sloan.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's empty up there. I'll take a look around town.
Good luck.
Thank
Is it you, Darren?
It was, yes.
I was curious about something. If he's already gone, then it's no matter.
I think so.
You know,
Hmm.
I was wondering who to give this to, but I think, Avalon having been so helpful, do you like regen stims, speed stims, or armor stims more?
I would imagine either the armor or the regen most.
Alright, do you have a preference between those two? Because I can make both right now.
I suppose regen would be on the safe side.
Alright. Oh, more gunshots, great.
Just what we need. It does
Great.
also remind me
That
to
makes
look at something.
And with that, I think that
Okay,
is
that should be
a
pretty easy to
large
make.
regenerative stim. I would like to say thank you to Avalon for all the great paychecks and all the help. So if you'd like this large regen stim, feel free to take it.
I would greatly appreciate
We've
that.
emerged from the sewers.
Alright. Well, let me just make sure I deduct all that from my inventory.
And I'll make sure to mark it down in ours. You said it was a large?
Yeah. Always good to have a stockpile of those.
Indeed it is.
Oh, it's that time of the session where my head keeps freezing.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Alright, I think it passed already, so it's all good. Alright.
Oh, Mr. Frost, you wouldn't happen to have a, tech part? Hi.
A tech part? I have one on me, and that's because I crafted like ore into this one. It's like, I don't know, it's a level above the lowest one, like one level 2. Like, I don't know how helpful that would be. I assume you're looking at something a little higher than that.
Yes. I think I'll most likely have to build up to it a bit.
Alright. If I can give you what I got, but it's just the one level 2 tech part.
I see. It appears that I'll be needing 4 medium tech parts.
Is that level 3?
I think they're what's needed to craft a high part.
Ah, shit. Well, I'll give you my level 2 one. Just because I need something a lot higher for the stuff I'm looking at too, so...
Just to clarify, the level 2 is the medium, correct?
I think so. It's the one above the lowest tier.
Let me go down the line. Yes, medium is 2-star.
Okay, cool.
I much appreciate that.
Then yeah. Yeah, it's no problem.
If you'd
If I
like
find any
anything to
more, I'll-
trade, let me know.
What am I looking for right now? It's only really... what was it? A lot of titanium, carbon, and it was a high-tech part as well.
I do also have the ability to call something in if you need it, in particular.
I'll always take medical supplies, like sand leaves, glowberries, anything like that. Jimmer moss even.
We do have plenty of that to trade as well. But you did mention carbon too. We do have a decent supply of that.
Carbon? I could use a supply of carbon to make a steady supply of steel.
Very
Since I
well.
might be making grenades now.
In that case, I could give you our 2 carbon 12 if you'd like.
Really? That would be awesome, actually.
Of course. Feel free to mark it down, and I'll be sure to mark that out of ours.
Alright, understood. Look at this little trade economy we got going here.
This is the first time I've done this. And just to clarify, carbon 12 is the exact thing you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Very good. 2 of that, straight to you.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Of course. All marked down. That's one medium tech part.
Sloan, what's this little blueprint I've just noticed? Mana infused stim. I need mana dust. I could have used that on the guy. I need a supply of mana dust, though.
Interesting.
I have to talk to Lupin about that. Having a
Indeed.
supply of that would be extremely useful for these magical drugs going around.
Righty. It should be squared away now. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, it's no problem. And if there's anything I can do, like to help, like if you're in the market for, I don't know, grenades, bombs, movies, sorry, I don't know, I'm getting into the grenade market now.
Well, if you can get me more of those medium tech parts, I'd be willing to trade.
I will see what I can do. I'm currently relying off of the garbage gotcha boxes. So, it'll really depend.
Very well.
I could maybe see if any bounties are offering tech parts. Like, I believe for the gorilla I could have gotten a high tech part. So that's 3 stars. But I chose sand leaves instead. We'll have to keep an eye out for bounties, I think.
Very well.
Alright.
I appreciate the effort.
Is there anything I can help with before I go on my little expedition?
I believe we should be squared away here.
Alright, understood. Thank you very much, Sloan.
Of course. Do take care.
Yep, you as well.
I just have a quick clarifying question about Psychophanta to GMs.
Hello, how may I help you?
Hello there. I just had a quick technical question for you. With my Psychophanta, am I able to requisition tech parts?
I believe so. As long as you have the appropriate level and points, right? I think so.
Righty.
Fairly
'Cause
certain.
I feel like I remember it being only like unrefined parts, and I don't know if that counts as an unrefined part.
Oh, tech parts do count as an unrefined piece of, you know, machinery or
Ah,
whatever.
okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. I know what I'll be marking down later. Thank you.
Just to test out, it was Folka, right?
Okay, I think I remember now. I was pinging to see if Explorer was alive.
Good.
I was gonna just go to his shop for Liev. If not, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he is, but he's in a place that's not here. He's...
And if, again, it's ever like a
indisposed.
pain and to
Yeah, I can
You
assume
want me
where
to-
he is.
Yeah,
I can assume where he
helping
is.
them with the thing.
Alright. Something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't even mind Rusty.
I try to address people how they want to be addressed.
Is that why you
If that
kept
means
touching
drilling
very
something into
strange
my
and
memory
orange
banks,
metal?
So be it.
I respect the effort.
I don't have something to write it down, and I'm just gonna just type it out poorly. They have to type it out themselves.
Good day there.
Someone whose name was a combination
Mr. Sloan?
L.
Other way. I think that L is backwards. So what's that? Some weird dialect.
So yeah, now that I know I can actually requisition tech parts, I can, with my 4 Psychophanta, have 8 points worth of requisition, and I'm going to grab 2 high corporate tech parts. Miss Duskweaver. I don't mean to interrupt, but come and find me when you're ready.
With air and fire crystals. I did hand it off to
Hey, now I
Rin
gotta look in
because
my
he's going to be
spawn
meeting up
Kevlar
with
for my, my
a
skin.
representative later on today to hand off for more further analysis. What we're gonna do, what we're gonna do is crack down on the medical part first, then hand it
I was in a
over.
cocoon yesterday, this morning, at some point recently.
Actually, with that being possible, that gives me a couple ideas.
Where are you? I've got your burger.
Interesting. I have a couple of ideas. I want to see what exactly they take. So of course there's that, and then the tech parts are... Oh wait, are tech parts 3-star then? Oh, they are raw materials. Huh. So I could actually grab a tech part high, a tech part low, and a corp tech part, although I think those you aren't able to requisition. So yeah, that would be pretty easy, and then I would just need to get the titanium smelted by someone. So I believe I have several of those already in stock. Then there was the... Looking for... There we go. High Corp Vibro Dagger. Polonium, titanium. Okay, that's not too bad. Cannot be crafted. Okay, so I would need to find that. So for this level... Okay, that one also takes a Corp Tech part. The difference is the Volonium for Volcanium. Interesting, because I've been wanting to get one of these bad boys for a while. So I'll need some polonium. Let me just double check right here. Here's our top stock. We have a volcanium, but not a volonium. So I'd have to work to get my hands on that, find someone who has it. But that does mean I could make the Corp Vibro Dagger. Yeah, there's a titanium right there. I believe I have more on my sheet as well. Interesting. Alright, so I would need to get my hands on one more titanium and then find the other two parts. Very good. I've been meaning to look through that for a while, but now I actually know what I need to look for. Polonium and a corporate tech part. For this session's requisition at least. Actually, I could grab more titanium ore, which is 3-star. So I could grab a high part, a titanium, and then I would have 2 extra points left over. Maybe an extra medium, I guess. So that should be a 2-star. Very good. It's nice to have that squared away and know what we're working towards. I had a feeling she was looking for me.
Apologies, Sloan. Had to deal with a security matter.
Duty calls. Are you prepared now?
Yes, I am.
Very good. Are either of the establishments currently open?
Let us see. See if we can find the proprietors of them.
Indeed.
Must be too greasy if she was not eating it.
Sometimes in arena they use live targets, depending on how corrupt the person is that they capture. Or for the misfire, sometimes it shoots somebody. Misfire.
Sure. No, not the misfire part. The live targets part.
Oh.
They just string people up out there?
I'm not seeing them.
No, they don't string them up so they can't move.
Okay.
One of the grindhouse is open, if that's the case.
Like, listen, if you hear shots,
It would be very nice if it was. Unfortunate.
I'm just gonna pin a GM so maybe if they can help open the grindhouse real quick. Hi.
Oh, hi,
Oh, you
guys.
trying to get in
Hey,
here?
Chris.
Yeah, can we, we're looking for drinks, is there a way that, like, maybe, like, the grindhouse just can open? Or... there's employees? Let me go alert one of them that there's somebody at the door. How's that sound? Yeah,
Very
that
much.
works.
It's been a very long time indeed since I've seen this place open.
Quite. Not exactly my first choice, but it at least has, well, I tend to prefer darker places than light places.
I can imagine.
Yeah, quite a bit of a inherent trait.
I do hope everything on the docks has been squared away for the night.
As much as it can be done for now. Whoever they were, they didn't get what they want.
No potential suspects then?
Nothing yet. All I know is there's a skilled Tekka and, well... Ah, thank
You waiting? What can I do for you?
Do you mind if we, have some time for some drinks on that?
Sure.
Thank you very much, Johnny.
Come on in. What can I get for you?
I suppose, mix some bump blue with, lime and, whatever I suppose is appropriate. Thank you.
Mr. Sloan, anything I can get for you?
I'll take a whiskey, please. No ice. Much appreciated.
Here's for both the drinks.
Sure.
Maybe up there, Sloan?
That should work. scooch myself a little closer. There we go. Righty. It's time to take my last relaxed drink for a while.
Indeed.
If you stay on, let me know. I'm up on the Red Garden. I decided it was a better spot to watch, but it's not.
Sorry, one moment. Radio.
B-sided.
I'll be up there shortly then.
This is Sloan on
I'll
radio.
just,
I'm going to be momentarily checking off the radio.
Understood, sir.
I do.
So, I guess that shows a question as far as how things have been faring for you, but I think I can hazard a decent answer.
Well, we have success in some areas and then punishment in others. I'm sure you can already tell.
Does that explain the blemish on the face?
Precisely. I've been through worse.
I guess who it was from.
Guess would be right. Delivered with my own arm, nonetheless.
With your own arm, really?
He requested I remove it.
I see. Any reason why?
That would be due to our excursion yesterday.
Surely he's not aware.
No, I don't believe he is, but he still chalked it up as my failure, despite the unlisted site not being under my jurisdiction.
I guess one shouldn't be too surprised. A man as proud as him.
Indeed. He doesn't always have the most sound reasoning.
Yes, but a man like that has all the reason they feel is necessary.
That's the problem.
Still, despite all things, I take it at least you are to glean something. You are able to glean something out of that.
Indeed. Is this conversation safe to be had with Ontos and presence?
If this is going to have information that you do not wish for me to have in my database, I can easily wipe it by the end of the conversation.
Make it so.
Understood.
And I do have your guarantee that this won't end up in some cloud database somewhere.
Not unless I will not be able to upload it anywhere. But once the data is gone, it'll be like I've never saw this conversation.
I suppose that'll have to do.
You know as well as I do as far as the precautions I have with synthetics.
As you should.
And as it stands, I don't think I should be leaving, considering recent events. I do not want to leave the two of you by yourselves in case the worst case happens. I don't doubt you can take care of yourself. I do not want to take that gamble of the worst.
Not a bad call. Regardless, there's a solid plan going forward. We have sites in mind that can knock him down a peg or two. The only issue is that he's going to be having me personally stationed at each of the sites on patrol.
I see.
We're working our best to try and have as many of these excursions line up with me being at a different site, but it's not always going to be possible.
And are these sites the same as the previous one?
No, they're strewn about at various places across the city.
I see, so he's expanding his avenues expanded. I would say that is a smart decision to do as far as that.
I suppose you could say it's expanding. He's more had the sites present already.
Exactly. And more than likely they probably only have key objectives, so that if you take one, it doesn't compromise the entire project itself.
Supposedly, but it's more the things that we can find in these sites that will truly bring him down.
Right. Obviously, though I feel the recent events definitely are a bit of a jar to his plans. He can't openly admit that, obviously. Though, I'm sure it was wise for we did. Are you sure it was wise to proceed how we did? As survivors, they could have been key operatives.
I don't know. But
A recent friend disagreed with my methods, but sometimes you need to. Sometimes that the civilians, as they may have been a complete loss and a liability.
that is very true. At least we know, moving from this point forward, what we should do.
No witnesses.
And no second chances for him to work back up what he's lost.
Exactly. If any of those men or women survived, they could have easily linked up with him again.
Very true. Perhaps that should be an additional target I'll speak to the others about to add to the list.
Indeed.
But one other factor. I'm not usually one to ask for favors, but these excursions are going to have a price. I can do what I can, but if an extra anonymous benefactor were to poke their head up, it would certainly be helpful.
Perhaps.
That is, of course,
Exactly how
if she's willing to help a friend in
exactly
need.
Mm-hmm. What would be the need in particular with these situations?
I think it's best that we just give general funding on our side, and they decide the particulars.
Very well then. I think that can be arranged.
Indeed. I think there's a wireless fund that we can both anonymously pool into. I still wish I could be that person there to see the look on his face. I suppose I will in a way.
Sometimes one can't take a direct approach. One must weave a web and let the fly fall into it. The fly being our mutual friend.
I suppose so.
Or, at least, how he views my kind and many others. That's not polluted to me.
Right.
Unfortunate for him, he's dealing with an apex.
I don't doubt it. Speaking of which, how's that limb doing?
That is your 30-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 30-minute.
She kind of wiggles a bit. It's healing slowly, but which one of their lieutenants took a good hit on it. That augmented power suits were quite strong.
Indeed. It's a concerning sign for what we might encounter in the future, especially as he more gets pushed into a corner.
Even the weakest of prey can become a quite deadly adversary the more you corner it.
That it can. Though that does bring to mind one more potential favor, if you're willing. I'm already aware that the doctor is putting a decently heavy use of your yokai into use at the sites. Would there be anything that you could give our teams to give them a leg up?
Potentially. I do have reason to, I guess since we're being transparent with certain things, among others I do respect and have a bit of understanding with as well. You know, the man that was my bodyguard.
I believe it was a locust, correct?
Yes. As I knew him. David Centauri. A man I fought tooth and nail during many battles during the war itself.
I recall you being quite grieved at his passing.
That's the thing. I don't think he's dead. I've been looking into it myself. The Ronin program was something we ran. But our men willing to fight get the honor back. He submitted himself to that. 17 missions he survived. They were suicidal.
Yeah, pretty good. You want a drink?
Cool. Any gifts over here?
Yeah.
He was recently listed as missing in action. One caveat though. Each and every soldier Shimizu is either listed as honorable or dishonorable. David was listed as neither.
Very curious indeed.
I believe it's too late to stop anything, but I looked into who signed in as far as the information itself. One Dr. Ishtar.
Have I heard that name before?
You have. Project Yokai.
So it's all but certain then.
I don't have any proof. And it's probably too late to stop anything. Code occur. But I know David. He wouldn't die that easily. And there's no way that I'm going to let him suffer such a dishonorable fate or suffer.
Does that mean that you'd like my help to do something about it then?
Potentially. You asked for help in my time. In your situation.
I am more than happy to repay the favor.
I welcome it. They voted me in at least to bring back David. I don't care about anything else. Only cold, careless, hello. David is the one man that I trust my life with. Someone I was willing to turn my back on and know that I would not receive a blade through it. Someone I trust implicitly. Additionally, I don't know how much more strains I can do internally. They're dismantling Dragon Task Force Sloan. I've got a little bit to figure things out, but I won't have as much my own men at my disposal, especially those with ties with him.
Well, just as my hands are tied with my own corporation, I can happily be the one to reach out and help in your stead. And who knows, perhaps if we can somehow manage to tie these up at the same time, we might be able to find something out about the yokai that helps.
It's probably too late to stop the program, Sloan. I have no delusions of that. All I want to do is help. All I want to do is if David is part of it. I want to get him back.
Absolutely. I have no intentions of bringing the program to a halt. I more so mean seeing if we can discover a weakness.
We'll see, I guess.
Either way, I'd be happy to help bring David home.
Sounds like that.
We're going to have some rough weeks ahead for certain.
Right.
But such is life. We've made it through worse.
We have.
To the future.
At the very least, I helped maintain one man's honor. And to make sure he still has his.
I'll still be honest that a lot of the intricacies of how Shometsu's honor works are still lost on me. But I can still understand the general idea. And I know I can at least bring him back alive.
If you could. I'd like that.
I'll be sure to speak with my contacts.
Honor code. Thank you. I'm fully aware of that. And I'm fully aware that I'm just as liable to get cut off as well.
Rich, can I... Yes.
Not as long as I have something to do with it.
Yeah. You guys are still busy. Also, hey, that armor worked like a champ.
You may be one of the few people that I would say that.
I do have some...
Probably good idea for me to take a look at it at some point. It's late now, so...
Well, you know, people in our positions don't usually have very many to rely on, so got to look out for each other.
Yeah, it's something to go. I'll take a...
Right. Those that deserve the honor and respect. And pay for themselves.
But I think I can confidently say at this point that I count you as a friend.
That's going to be a conversation.
That'll be the first time in a while, I suppose.
Put on our best disappointed dad faces.
What's that about?
Indeed.
Thank you for the drink, Sloan.
Anytime.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the drink.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
You as well.
Okay. All right.
It's fine.
Beautiful swords, by the way.
Oh, Johnny.
Thank you.
A quick word before I go.
Bit of a,
There might be a
personally made.
additional
One of a kind.
job that can be added to the bracket that may assist in the future.
This is your 10-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 10-minute warning.
I'll give you more information later, but
Probably.
I owe a favor to Miss
So
Duskweaver.
you probably won't see any swords. You probably won't see swords like these any day.
And we might have an additional benefactor for our
Never again.
excursions.
Bravo.
Useful.
You don't know the truth of that statement more than that. You don't know the half of that statement, then you're
Thank you for the drink.
not quite sure, right, you are.
You're welcome. Have a good night, Mr. Sloan.
Have a good night.
Yes.
Nope. Sorry.
Their legacy will be carried on.
I believe we should get going. People will be here probably within. People will probably be here within the next few minutes. Within the next 9 minutes. And I don't think you want to be stuck here for the night.
No, not at all.
That sounds extremely close.
I'm hoping that's just the arena.
That doesn't sound from that direction.
Got it. I'll be on the ready, I suppose.
Indeed. This is Sloan signing in on comms. Do you know what all the gunfire is about?
Here. Apologies, Agent Sloan. I am uncertain at the moment. We are currently dealing with a fugitive. Oh, never mind, there you are.
A fugitive?
The nail gun killer. Seems like the bounty's been put out for him, and Odalia made the arrest.
Very good. Get him tied up and send him up.
The officer there is going to be taking custody soon.
Perfect. Very good.
Do you happen to know if the garage is open?
Oh, is that the guy?
Garage?
Yeah, that's him. Hmm?
Damn. Jesus Christ. That's fucked up.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I'm gonna be honest, I would have done something more.
Psychopaths, each and every one of you are fucking crazy.
Sir, you're the one who recorded every single bit of what you did.
Sympathetic for those things.
Yeah, he did kind of like favorite them and have an album of like 60 pictures.
60.
Pictures of what?
Of his selfies over murdered victims with nails in their heads.
I think leaving him alone.
Do we have a confirmation of how many victims?
They're all Earth. Apparently, they're all Earth Union. Or just Union, excuse me.
Right.
You're coming with us.
Alright, well, looks like the situation was handled.
Well done, Miss O'Donnell.
Just get me in this place full of fucking psychopaths.
Sir, I don't think you have any right to say that after what I've seen on your phone.
At least email it to me.
We'll see about that when we get to the station.
You know,
How about-
I don't think you're in any trouble, so you should be fine.
What happened
No,
to
I
the
mean,
nail
like,
gun, by the way?
I feel like there's a stain on my soul now.
Well, it seems like they're contained at least. And given the escalation of his crimes, I'm sure he'll have a short.
That guy, my goodness.
Indeed.
Yeah,
It seems
you
that there
weren't
was a
kidding.
formal bounty put out on him.
I'm just glad I have. I'm glad I picked the one entrance that happened to be close enough. After I heard your distress, I ran to the closest one, and I ran down.
I see.
I'm glad you
Wow.
picked up on the key that I was gonna just blend in with him.
I live in the air district.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That was a fun time.
That was fun. That was really good. You had me so scared though. I thought he had like you at gunpoint.
See you. Have a good one.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
People always shoot. Stop by the hookah shop sometime. I'll get you like a discount or something.
You big bug. Nasty.
On good terms. I've done so
Flash
twice.
grudges.
One of them
Well,
was to rate it.
let me take my leave for now. Do take care, you Tim.
I wasn't there for
Have a
that.
good night.
As well, Mr. Weaver.
And I'm free to be off duty, sir.
See you.
Have a good one.
Very good.
Man.
Have a good night, Miss O'Donnell.
I apologize.
Understood.
No, you're all good. I was told that I would have I would get first call on a bounty on that guy through Astral, and then I never got one.
He was picked. Union came down with the cops. The cops said they were looking for him. I offered an arrest, and that's when they were like, "Sure, if you can arrest him." I said, "Okay." And we knew where he was at because we were tailing him.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been
Well,
kind
dang.
of keeping an eye on him for a little while there.
He had started getting erratic again, so we assumed he might have had another dosage, or maybe returning to his dealer. So we were hoping on that. But no, he tried to skip town, is what he tried to do.
Yeah. I saw him slip into the alleyways by the Wyvern's offices, but my stamina was coming back to me, so I couldn't catch up. I wasn't sure if he made his way towards the arena or continued to loop around as he had been doing, but then Odalia, thinking quickly, waded in and tipped me off that they were in the...
Well, I'll leave well enough alone, I guess. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening with my technician. He's gonna make sure I'm all good from earlier. Thank you all. I'll be back on tomorrow for the Ender City. I think
Yeah.
the Ender City. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to hear that things got taken care of. I was going on a little adventure with someone, decking into every, well, not every door, but we were almost decked into the hotel trying to find that guy. And then I heard the news that they were being held here.
It was all rather sudden. I think Odalia was trying to get him out of the sewers, which she did, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Righty.
Oh god. I guess it's time to start winding down, isn't it?
Sweepers will be here soon.
Alright.
Have a
I'll
good
take
night.
care. If there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me and where to call.
Will do. Right. We may start heading up.
I was given clearance to purchase a hover bike.
Good for you.
Thought it could be fun for us to maybe use if we wanted to do something at the wasteland.
That may just well come into play. Give to still have you here. No rest for the wicked.
And the amount of people.
One for demo and one for
healing.
Oh, right.
What level are those?
3 stars. So it's 3 IP. So it's 3 IP to you.
Don't they need to be raw resource?
Oh dear, oh dear.
I did.
No, I wasn't giving them the guns. They gave me the resources to do it, so.
We got the face of someone. One who did it. We have some hints in character.
I sure hope Phantom doesn't use that model again because, like, it was confusing before being able to tell whether or not it was.
I gotta ask if that was a different, like, if we recognize that, because I definitely recognize that helmet. And the rest of it.
Yeah. Double check with them because I think that was supposed to be a disguise because it's super similar. That's the hard part.
So the issue with Phantom's model is.
I'll give it a moment here,
knife on her hip.
till we have everybody teleported back. Then I'll wrap up stream here.
Yeah.
That was a good session. Unexpected twists and turns. There we go.
Ow! Ow! What the fuck? Ow! Oh, Jesus Christ! Thank you guys for playing. Thank you everybody for making the night fun. Thank you all for being silly. Thank you guys for robbing banks and blowing places up and stealing drugs and exploding and all that. Hell yeah, you guys are awesome.
Thank you, GMs and NPCs.
Yeah, I swear to God, if one more person asks me about that goddamn sewer cap in the goddamn fucking sewer, I'm gonna explode. I had like 6 people paying for that fucking place tonight.
At work.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't see you in session. What's up?
Alrighty. So I'm gonna quickly wrap up stream here. Hooah. Very good and very fun session. Goodness, I am lagging hard with this many people here. Alright, so we got some interesting developments coming up. And we already have some plans for some future missions. I'm guessing at least 2 of those will probably end up being in this season, and then we might have that big climactic final run towards Season 5, as we're starting to get close to the season finale here. I believe it was either 2 or 3 more map rotations. I think it's the rest of this one, and then 2 more after, before the end of season here. Ooh. But with that, I'll be wrapping up stream here. I will, of course, be back again next Monday, the next episode of Wardens. Got some very fun developments there, too. It seems like tensions are rising in both RPs right now. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, I'll be back again next Saturday as well for the next session of Neon Divide Alternative, where we will be in the Undercity. So, excuse me. So, with that being said, thank you once again very, very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye. Take care.